The devil said to the priest, "Hello, little fat father. What made you lie like this to those poor, misled people? What torments of hell did you paint for them? Do you not know that they are already suffering the torments of hell in their lives on earth? Do you not realize that you and the authorities of the state are my representatives on earth? You are the ones who make them suffer the pains of the hell you threaten them with. Do you not know this? Well then, come with me." With a swift motion, the devil grabbed the priest by the collar and lifted him high into the air, carrying him to the iron foundry of a nearby factory. The scene was chaotic. Workers rushed back and forth, laboring under the oppressive heat of the furnaces. The clang of metal echoed through the air, mixing with the cries of the exhausted laborers. As the priest observed the scene, he felt the heavy air, thick with smoke and sweat, become unbearable. The heat bore down on him, and he began to sweat profusely. Desperation clawed at his throat, and he pleaded with the devil, tears welling in his eyes. "Let me go! Let me leave this hell!" The devil, unfazed by the priest's distress, chuckled darkly. "Oh, my dear friend, I must show you many more places." With that, he grabbed the priest again and dragged him to a vast farm. Here, the workers were pounding grain, their bodies bent and weary from the relentless labor. Dust filled the air, and the sun beat down mercilessly, casting long shadows of despair. The priest watched as a supervisor wielding a whip patrolled the area, mercilessly striking anyone who stumbled or fell from exhaustion. The cries of pain pierced the air, and the priest's heart sank deeper into sorrow. "Is this not enough hell for you?" the devil taunted, his eyes gleaming with amusement. Next, the devil took the priest to the squalid shacks where the workers lived with their families. The sight was heart-wrenching. Dirty, cold dens filled with smoke and foul odors, where children cried and mothers struggled to provide even the barest essentials. The priest felt a profound sense of guilt wash over him as he realized the extent of their suffering. "Look closely," the devil urged, pointing to the poverty and hardship surrounding them. "These people live in hell every single day. They don't need your threats of a distant hell. They are already living it. You, in your fine clothes and comfortable life, have no idea what true suffering looks like." The priest, overwhelmed by the misery he witnessed, raised his hands in prayer, his voice trembling. "Let me out of here, yes, yes. This is hell on earth." The devil smirked, clearly enjoying the priest's torment. "Well then, now you see. And yet, you still promise them another hell. You torment them, you torture them to death spiritually, while they are already dead in every way except for physical death. Come on, I will show you another hell. One final hell. The worst hell of all." With a flick of his wrist, the devil transported them to a grim prison. The air was foul, and the stench of decay hung heavily. The priest was horrified to see human bodies stripped of all health and strength, lying on the cold, filthy ground. They were emaciated, covered in insects and vermin that feasted on their weak, naked forms. "Take a good look," the devil said with a sneer. "This is the reality of their existence. Look at these men and women, stripped of hope, suffering in silence. They have been forgotten by society, left to rot in this hellish place. And yet, you continue to scare the living with tales of another hell that awaits them after death." The priest, now trembling with fear and empathy, replied, "No, no. I cannot bear to think of anything more terrifying than this. I beg you, let me out of here." The devil leaned closer, his eyes glinting with malice. "Yes, this is hell. There can be no hell worse than this. Did you not know about it? Did you not know about those men and women whom you terrify with visions of another hell?"